What's up, y'all? Today I got another video here, another in the many new series that I'm trying to put up on this YouTube channel. This is just going to be for the banger masterpieces. So if you watch any of my reading logs, in there I will give a 5 out of 5 banger masterpiece to books that I think deserve it. And I'm going to try and use these videos to dive in and hopefully talk about the ones that I really like more than just the 2 or 3 minutes that I give during the reading logs. So yeah, first one I have here is Criminal by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I don't think this is like a hot take that Criminal is a good comic book. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with the TV show here pretty soon. I've heard stuff about it. I don't know how soon it is. There are 3 deluxes that contain the whole series. I have not read the third deluxe, but I feel pretty confident that it's going to be good because these ones I think are as good as crime comics get. This story, let me open one up while I'm talking here. This story is kind of, there's not one through storyline in this series, which I think is kind of the beauty of it. The way that Criminal works is you get each one that's like a trade paperback length. So each of these would contain like 3 of those, 3 storylines that all take place in the same city, right? I don't even know the name of the city, but that's not even the point. The each section will follow different characters that work in this like seedy, terrible underworld that this city has. Right? So this first one we start with Leo, I believe, is his name. Uh we start with him. First book is called Coward. It is as good as an introductory like story arc you get in any comic book. The characters are wonderful. Leo himself is very interesting. Starts with a heist. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about here, man? The shit is good. It has a lot of, I don't know how you call it. It has a lot of like suspense, I guess. I don't know, like intrigue. Like it has a lot of intrigue. There's definitely action in these books, but it's not like an actiony punch 'em up book. It's obviously crime before anything. Ed Brubaker, I think, has to go on the Mount Rushmore for comic book writers for me. I think I haven't read like that much Ed Brubaker because there's so much, but everything I read of his I like and is like very well written. I've read like Sleeper. I know he did Gotham Central with Greg Rucka. Stuff here and there. I have not read a lot of his like Marvel stuff or big. Oh no, I read Catwoman. He did that one, and he's. I think he was just like built in a lab to write these books. And speaking of built in a lab, Sean Phillips was like handcrafted. His style works so well for this. I believe this first select is drawn by him and colored by his son, Jacob. This other one, Volume 2, is not. It's colored by somebody else, Val Staples, I want to say, something like that. But he is perfect for all of these. I feel like if you looked at any of these Sean Phillips panels individually, you'd be like, it's pretty good, you know? It doesn't like blow you away, but like as a whole, he's such a good director. He knows exactly what you need to see. He'll put these like really small panels in here and they do so much work. Like he's, just casually throwing around a 10 panel page in the middle of one of these books, but he's just such a talented like director, really is what it feels like. Like he can draw the characters easy, he makes it look super easy. But it's not even just that. It's the angles he picks. It's the mood of the scene. It's the movement of the characters. He really captures the acting on a lot of these characters' faces. It's really good. I mean, this isn't news. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips is like the go-to comic book duo, I think. Like period, right now. So this isn't totally news to anyone, but I really love this series. This second one in here, after we finish up with our boy Leo and Coward, this second series involves, my boy Tracy Lawless, who I think is the perfect character for Sean Phillips to draw. Ooh, whoops. He is so good at drawing him. He shows up later in the second deluxe book as well. But he is like this ex-military character who comes back, and of course he's got to figure out what happened to his brother and settle his debts, right? That's where we're going with this. And he just looks so sick. He looks so good draped in these shadows. These like big areas of black that Sean Phillips will just sling onto the page is so good. It's incredible. Incredible. I'm now recognizing characters in here from later on in the story too. Wow. It's so good. I don't know how you like wrap your brain around writing a story like this, dude, because you get little nods of the world in each story, even though the actual like, narratives are not connecting in here. Everything you learn deepens your understanding for the past stories that came before it. So like, even if it doesn't have a bunch of the same characters, I feel like I understand the world, or like the Undertow, the bar that all these guys go to. I feel like I understand those better, which then like makes the past stories more interesting. So it's like this Hydra head, like as he keeps writing more stories, it makes the other one stronger. It's really, really something else, man. Really something else. We'll open up the other one, get a look in there too, even though it's more of the same. This guy's a little beat up by used books. Yeah, this Deluxe Volume 2, I like literally just finished reading this. I think in the second volume here, he really goes crazy with like his ideas in it. He writes about it in the introduction about how he's like challenging himself, I guess would be the word. How he's taking some really crazy ideas and making them land on here. And he's just so creative with like how he uses what we know about like the pulpy crime books. Like he's obviously an aficionado with this stuff, and he knows everything there is to know about these like pulpy crime books. But even to someone like me who hasn't read them, he's so good at playing with like your expectation of what they are, right? He uses these archetypes of characters and like tweaks them to make them more interesting than the ones you've seen before. But he's just so adept in how he navigates through these worlds and how he uses these characters. Of course, he's always got a bunch of femme fatales, lots of them. Go ahead and look at this page. Where's the femme fatale? And he does a lot of stuff with that. There's of course lots of like sex, drugs, and violence, as all good books have, I guess. It's a great time, man. It's so interesting how like he can have. Like, it's such a masterclass with writing comics about how your characters come first, but then if your characters are so good, they can, like, show you around the world. I feel like so often when you hear about writing, people talk about how you need to world build and, like, get all this shit right to do it. But it feels like he goes the other way. He finds these interesting characters, and then once you latch onto the characters, then you can see the rest of the world for what it is. But the characters are so front and center. Like it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. I'm talking nonsense. I love this book. I can't show too much more because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of naked women after this page. So I guess you'll have to buy it for yourself so you can see it, you freak. But Criminal by Sean Phillips. I mean, it is by Sean Phillips. By Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, in my mind, is probably the apex of crime books. I'm in a little bit of a crime renaissance at the moment, genre-wise. Of course, genre-wise, not in my actions and doings. And honestly, I can't wait to read 100 more of these books. I know they don't have 100, but they're probably getting close at this point, huh? Anyway, this is a 5 out of 5 banger masterpiece for sure. I'm going to be uploading more of these type of videos later on. I appreciate anyone who has watched the video this far. If you can recommend me any other Ed Brubaker books that are like real bangers, I've got my sights set on the Reckless series. That's really what I want to do after this. Please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking to buy more comics. It's the real reason why I'm making all this, is just so I can get more recommendations, man. That's all I need. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this far. I'll see you in the next one. Yo, before you go, I wanted to show you the comics that I make. This is The Gifts of the Zadik. It follows our main character, Ram, who has just been crowned the Zadik, also known as the Chosen One, in his small village, and given unreal powers. But as soon as he gets these powers, he is disillusioned by the role that his people wish him to play, and so he wants to go out and find how to become a hero out in the world. It'll sweeten the pot. He also finds that there's another chosen one out there, somewhere in the world, that maybe can give him answers and help him find his true purpose. If you are interested in buying this book, you can get them at lior.com. It's a great way to support me, the artist, and the guy who runs this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.